Here's a story. Growing up in a single-parent household, life was pretty difficult, moving from place to place with your mom, until she finds the love of her life and stability finally comes to the household. At first, things were great, but soon after, your stepfather begins putting his hands on your mom. Dealing with gangs in the streets, his presence was feared in the home. One day, you and your stepfather have a disagreement, and he begins shouting and threatening you. You grab a knife out of fear, and the moment he lunges at you, you strike him in the chest. Terrified and shocked from what you had done, you look at his lifeless body and immediately turn the knife on yourself. Trappin Anonymous.
10-year-old girl is under police guard at Harborview Medical Center, suspected in the stabbing death of her mother's boyfriend. KARA 7 South Sound Bureau reporter Kevin McCarty is live at Federal Way Police headquarters following the developments in this case. That's where he joins us live now. Kevin.
8 this morning that officers arrived to find the man dead and the 16-year-old girl suffering from what appeared to be self-inflicted wounds. Eyewitnesses described police arresting her with guns drawn.
I remember I stabbed myself, and it had to have been like minutes, but it felt like seconds. And I looked down at my stomach, and there's just blood pouring outside of me and all over the ground. And I just remember I heard my mom screaming, and she's like, "What did you do? What happened? What happened?"
What's good? My name is Chris Dowes. This is Trappin Anonymous. Welcome back. Welcome back. Shout out to everybody helping keeping the movement moving. We really do appreciate you. Just liking, sharing, commenting, keeping us #1 in Black culture. These stories, so important they are. If you have a story that you want to tell, you've been watching me for a while, hit the DM, send me an email at Trappin Anonymous, trappinanonymous@gmail.com. If you want to know how to reach me, I will write you back. Just give me a little time to respond. And let's help get your story out there. Do remember that the stories that you hear reflect real life. They're here to educate, they're here to inform, and hopefully keep your little homie off the streets. My name is Chris Daz, this is Trappin Anonymous. Let's get it. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
So I'd like to start with your name and why you think your story is important.
My name is Zenita Tawala, and I feel like my story is important because a lot of people they're not able to get their story out in Seattle. So, and it's deep for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring me to the day you unalived your stepfather.
It was 8 a.m. and I had just got put on to my hood, and I went and snuck in the kitchen to go make something to eat because I live in a strict household where you're not allowed to be in the kitchen at a certain time. So I go in, I'm making something to eat, I go live as well. And as I'm making something to eat, I hear him come into the living room, and he's like, "The f are you doing?" You know, he's really just going off on me. And I'm just I was like, all right, well, I'll just leave. He's not letting me leave the kitchen. And it got to a certain point where words are being exchanged from both of us, and he's threatening to knock me the f out. So I, at that point, became scared, and I went and I grabbed the knife to more, scare him so I can get out the way, because it was like a one way and one way out type of kitchen. And he wasn't doing nothing. He started fighting my mom, and he's not trying to let me out the kitchen. So all I remember was I closed my eyes, waiting for him to hit me, and he lunged forward. When I opened my eyes, the blade was gone off of the knife. And he just kept saying, "Why did you do that? Why you do it?" And that's when I walked into the living room. I kind of followed him, and he was laying on the ground in a pool of blood. And that's when I went back in the kitchen and tried to kill myself. So.
And when you say try to kill yourself, how?
I stabbed myself in the stomach.
10-year-old girl is under police guard at Harborview Medical Center, suspected in the stabbing death of her mother's boyfriend. KARA 7 South Sound Bureau reporter Kevin McCarty is live at Federal Way Police headquarters following the developments in this case. That's where he joins us live now. Kevin.
With his new knife?
Yes. The blade from the previous knife was still inside of him.
So you're looking at him on the floor?
Yes.
Dead?
Yes.
What went through your mind?
Really, it felt like I went blank. I didn't know what to think, you know. And then once I did start thinking, it felt like everything that's ever happened to me was my fault. Like in that same, you know what I mean? In that moment, it was like this was all my fault. I did everything, and I'm the one to put the blame on. That's all I could think about.
And this is all happening on Facebook Live.
Yes.
I can't imagine what people are thinking, what people are saying. This is
Right.
insane.
Right.
You grabbed the knife, you
Mm.
stabbed yourself. What do you remember about that?
I remember I stabbed myself, and it had to have been like minutes, but it felt like seconds. Like, and I looked down at my stomach, and there's just blood pouring outside of me and all over the ground. And I just remember I heard my mom screaming, and she's like, "What did you do? What happened? What happened?" So,
Did you feel the pain?
no, I didn't feel nothing.
Had you been suicidal before?
Growing up, yes, but with that, it was like a different type of feeling. You know, it wasn't the same.
What do you mean?
Growing up, feeling suicidal, it was more of like you just wanted to just stop what was happening. But in that instant, I just wanted to fix things. I felt like my presence being gone would have fixed everything, even though that's not the case. But in that, you know, in that moment,
Police come.
yes,
Your mother's on the phone with police already.
yes.
They carry you. He's dead. When you come to consciousness, what do you do? What do they tell you?
When I came to consciousness, I was already in Harborview Medical Center in Seattle, and they told me that he was still alive, that everything was fine. And I believed it, so I ended up passing back out when, you know, when I woke back up, a nurse had told me, she's like, "Honey, he died at the scene." And I was the last person to see him alive. He died in my arms.
Do you remember what he last said to you?
He's sorry.
How old were you at that time?
I was 16.
Was it a tumultuous relationship with him? Did you guys go back and forth a lot? Did you watch him fight
We
a lot?
did, yeah, and I did watch him fight a lot with my mom. It was more verbal, but you know, if when it did get physical, I would sometimes break it up or I just leave.
How did it make you feel in those moments to watch your mother get into these fights, get into these spats?
Um, Angry. It made me feel very angry, not at him specifically, but at the situation in general.
What kind of stepfather was he?
He was loving at one point, before the streets became involved. So, but he was very loving.
What happened when the streets got involved?
He became paranoid. He felt like everyone was out to get him, was out to kill him.
So he was heavy in the streets.
Yes.
What were some of the things that you witnessed as someone that was with him, his daughter, when it comes to streets, whether it's violence or drugs or
I've witnessed, you know, selling drugs. I've witnessed him pressing people. I was there for a lot of him, you know, just not recruiting, but, you know, talking to like some of the newer little homies that was getting put onto his list. So yeah, I was there for a lot of it.
in any way did you felt like you had to protect your mom
Yes,
from him?
yes.
Why?
Just because of what previously happened with my biological father, I just was already, my guard was already up for my whole family.
So you have the trauma from your biological dad.
Yes.
Then you have the trauma from him constantly fighting, hitting, and then you know him to be a violent man in the streets. He reacted. How did it go in court?
When we got to court, they originally sentenced me to life without parole. I was going to be sent to Purdy, which is a prison for women. And they eventually had to reschedule my court date due to they needed more evidence.
More evidence of what?
They weren't sure if it was on purpose, you know, or if it was an accident. So they need more evidence on, you know, that.
And And they never took it to trial?
No.
Does part of you feel like to them it was just another street dude off the
Yes.
streets?
Yes, the court did see it as that, yes.
Let's not ruin this young girl's life. He was in the streets anyway.
And they also see me as that as well.
In your mind, was justice served?
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much.
Do you think justice was served?
As far as for him or for me?
Both.
For him, no. For me, yes.
Why do you say that?
I feel like the courts was able to see that I was in a very bad situation as a child. They weren't able to see it before. They probably thought I was just, just running the streets trying to be bad. But in that moment, they really seen that I needed help. So, yeah.
Was that your first time taking a life?
No.
What was the first time you took a life?
When I was 12.
What happened?
I had shot my friend, or not really a friend, just someone I knew.
On purpose?
Yes, for money.
What do you remember about that experience?
I remember it was rushed. It felt like we had no time for anything. We just had to get it done. So.
Did you feel sad? Did you feel?
No. It was a mix of emotions. I can't really say exactly what I felt, but.
When you say a mix of emotions, you mean like you were shocked, you were?
More nervous, didn't want to get caught, so.
Were you with someone or were you by yourself?
Yes, I was with somebody. I don't really know his name, but it was just something we put together real quick.
And you pulled the trigger?
Yes.
You watched him die?
Yes. And I got out and I left with the break.
How did that affect you, if it did?
I didn't feel like a child no more. I felt like it was more to life as far as with this gangbanging. It felt more like I could be more. Like I had more power at that moment.
Were you more respected after that?
Yes, for sure.
Talk to me about that.
With my hood, you spill blood, you get more respect. So after that, after I started getting more, well, not power, but, respect, I started feeling like I had more power. And I was being called a queen, first lady. So.
Wow. Let's. Did he haunt you in any way? Did you start seeing his face everywhere? I've spoken to people who have
No. Honestly, I would just feel like trauma from it, blocked it out, blocked him out. All I could think about was how we gonna flip this money. We gonna flip this bread.
How many times did you shoot?
2 times.
You saw his body, lifeless?
Yes.
Robbed him?
Yes.
And you were never, no police, just.
It was just something quick. I'm not sure what happened afterwards, but yeah.
How much money did you get from this?
I made a couple thousand, and the guy, I don't know what happened with him. Never heard from him again.
$2,000?
No, like a few more than that. I can't say for sure it was, when I was 12, but.
What'd you do with the money?
I flipped it, got more drugs, and started flipping it more.
At 12 years old?
Yes.
I guess what happens to a 12-year-old that this would be sort of their introduction to adulthood.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
What was it like in your biological dad's home growing up?
It was chaos. There was a bunch of abuse, physical abuse. It was always dirty. There was rats and roaches. There was, barely food. It was chaotic.
You told me that your dad, he sicked the dog on your mom.
Yes. He bit, the dog bit my mom's leg, I think like 8 times, and ripped her whole leg open.
You saw that?
Yes, he made me watch.
What's the deal with your dad? What kind of man was he? What?
I'm not sure. I feel like there was a lot of mental illness played into that, so I'm not sure.
At what point do you pick up and leave?
Around when I was, I want to say like 6, 7, we left. My mom had just given birth to my little brother, so around that time.
She was pregnant when this happened?
Yes.
How's life in the new home and the new space that you're in?
Afterwards, it was great. I felt like a kid again. I was able to, go back to school, have friends. I wasn't wearing hand-me-downs as much no more. It just felt good. Felt safe.
At some point, your mom sent you back to your dad to visit.
Yes. My mom didn't want to be that parent where, she's obviously what happened to her happened, but she didn't want to keep us from him because she knew at where she felt he loved us a lot. So, yeah.
And what was life like at home with your dad?
At first, it was great. It felt like he had really changed. And then it just went right back. But this time it was on us. It wasn't on nobody else. It was on me and my siblings.
What did he do?
He would punch us. He would hit us with stuff. He would starve us. He would lock us in the basement. And like a lot of spiritual stuff was involved as well.
Like what?
He would do like witchcraft on us, or on me specifically.
What did that sound like? What does that look like?
In the basement, there was a pentagram, and he would have me sit in the middle of it with somebody, and they would have me eat certain stuff and drink like blood and stuff. And then I would have to, and I like not have to, but I fell asleep for most of it. And then he would act clueless when I questioned it.
How old were you?
At that time, I was only like, 7, 8?
I don't even know what this is. It sounds insane.
Right.
And this is how you're growing up.
Yes.
At some point, you tell your mother, I don't want to go back here.
Yes, I begged her. But we still went.
You go to live with your aunt?
Mm-hmm.
What was life like there?
It was fun at first, and then gang violence and prostitution got involved. I started watching everything. I was there for everything. Prostitution, watching women get pimped out right in front of me, or even like the tricks right there while watching me and my brother. And we'd be in shootouts and everything.
What's one story that really sticks out in your head about that time?
We were at a park for like a little picnic type of thing. And I had these headphones on, I'm blasting music. I'm not even supposed to be sitting at this little, like a picnic bench, I'm not even supposed to be up there because all the adults was there. But I remember seeing everybody duck down, and one side of my headphones just went out. And then some man, he just grabbed me and slammed me on the ground. I guess like somebody was shooting up the park and almost hit me. They hit the headphone though. That's the only thing that saved my life for real.
Headphones.
Yes.
Music.
Yeah, music.
It's just ironic because you're an artist now.
Right.
And you feel like you would watch her with tricks have sex.
Not just necessarily my auntie. It was more like the people that was watching us for her. My auntie was a booster.
And they're doing this right in front of kids.
Yes.
What are you guys saying? What are you guys doing?
We're not doing nothing. I would more watch, but everyone else would just keep playing like it was normal. So, but obviously it wasn't normal. It wasn't okay at all.
At some point, your mom meets your stepdad. Does life get better?
Yeah. We were able to get, our own rooms. We were getting designer clothes. Everything it was just better. We had a new school and everything.
You loved your stepfather.
Very, a lot.
Despite of everything that he put you guys through.
Even now, I love him.
Even though you took his life.
Yes.
I can't imagine like what your mind goes through daily.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. You told me this gruesome story about all right, we good. We moving on. Yeah, we moving on. Stuff like that happen a lot around you?
Kind of.
You told me this gruesome story about how you lost your virginity.
At that time, I was, 12? 12. This is right before everything else happened. But a man that lived in my apartments, he asked if I can help him look for something in the woods that were behind my apartments. And at this time, I just wanted to fit in somehow. And so I agreed. I'd go with him into the woods, and we're looking, can't find that thing. And then he tells me, "Oh, I found it." So I turn around, and then he just punched me dead in my face, and I fell onto the ground. And at that point, we start fighting. And he eventually was able to manhandle me, and I eventually gave up. And that's when he had raped me.
And you said this happened right before
Before the shooting?
the shooting, the stabbing, the gangs.
Yes. This is when I was still innocent.
You felt the shift happen in your life.
Immediately. As soon as it happened.
He took something from you.
My innocence.
He continues this though.
Yes.
For how long?
It seemed like every time I go outside.
He finds you. At some point, do you give in to him? Or is it always like...
I was just scared, so I just follow him and just let it happen.
And this would happen. And how long does this go on for?
Like weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next? Do you start becoming hypersexual?
Yes.
Do you start turning to drugs?
I became very hypersexual, like very bad. Like everything I looked at, I was just horny, like, yeah, everything.
How old was he?
He was like in his 20s.
And you were 12.
Yes.
So now you're sexually active with other people.
Yes.
What do you remember most about that period of time, being so young? Are you dealing with older men? Are you dealing with guys in school? Talk to me a little bit about.
It was never anyone that was my age. It was always men that were like way older than me. Like I'm talking about like 26 and up. So, yeah.
Do you continue going to school?
I ended up dropping out.
What grade?
I believe sixth grade. Yeah.
Sixth grade?
Yes.
And now you're just in the street.
Yes.
What role does drugs play in your life?
It was heavy. I used them to just be able to stay up and do what I needed to do as far as sleeping with these men.
What kind of drugs?
Cocaine, weed. That was pretty much it.
Are you on anything now?
No.
Where does your mom think you're at? What does your mom think you're doing? Does she just...
She thinks I'm outside playing. She doesn't know what's going on.
What about during school time, school hours? What
She
does she...
thinks I'm at school.
And you just hitting the block. She doesn't ask to see report cards. She doesn't ask to come see...
My school stopped wanting to even give a report card. They didn't even care. They didn't even tell her that I wasn't at school
For years.
for years.
Do you go to jail? Do you go... Talk to me about that.
I was in and out of juvie. I became violent, so eventually I'm going to jail for fighting, going to jail for robbing, um, gang tats got involved, so I was going there for gang as well.
At some point, you start dealing with the guy.
Yes. He was my first love, and we were running the streets together. He's teaching me everything I need to know as far as to what not to do and what to do. I'm not pimping or nothing like that, but as far as with gang stuff, and eventually I ended up taking a gun charge for him.
How old were you? How old was he?
He was 15 and I was 14.
And what happens when you go to jail?
I go to jail, and they're trying everything they can to get me to snitch. But I loved him that much. I was like, no. So I took that charge. And I was originally sentenced to 10 years. They were going to charge me with attempted murder, but then I ended up getting charged with second degree unlawful possession of a firearm.
How much time did you do?
I was only in there for a month. The judge seemed better for me.
Everyone seems to keep
Yeah.
giving you chances
Yes.
throughout life. Everyone's seeing more in you, better for you. Everyone.
Everyone.
And what do you think you're doing with those opportunities?
At the time, it just was going in one ear and out the other. Like, it didn't even matter to me. I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted a family or something. You know.
At some point, you tell me that a figure comes to visit you in the cell.
Yes, so after the stabbing with my stepfather, I started feeling suicidal, obviously, and they put me in like a, 24-hour watch type of thing. And as I'm in there, I woke up and there was someone standing in my cell. And at first he was just staring at me. And then it just felt like he knew exactly who I was. And he's asking me, he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. He's like, I know what you want. You want freedom. And he's like, give me what I want and I'll give you what you want. And I said, yes.
How do you know you weren't dreaming or something like that?
The CEO came in the next day and she's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, what do you mean? Because, I even convinced myself I was dreaming. Who was supposed to be in my cell? And she's like, I seen somebody talking to you, and I'm religious. She's like, that's not okay. You need to repent as soon as possible. And then that's when we both got the news that I had a unscheduled court date. And when I went, they told me I'm getting released that day. All charges dropped. Just like the figure in my cell said was going to happen.
You told me You got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
What point of your life did this happen?
When I was 13, I had got kidnapped. I was invited to a party, and the person that I was with just completely disappeared. And it was really just a setup. And they drugged me. And when I woke up, I was in a room. There was like just a lamp in there and then a bed. And like not handcuffs, but like a rope type of, type of thing. And I was tied to the bed. And they would take turns just having sex with me. They they would they would pee on me, they would bite me, they would strangle me, they would hit me, they would then remind you while all this is happening, they're recording it. Every little thing that's happening. And eventually I just gave in and it became normal to me. I was only there for like 3, 4 days. So within that little bit of time, all that was happening.
What did you eat? What did you drink?
They gave me water and like some food, but really they wanted me like empty.
What's going through your mind as you're laying on this floor?
I just wanted to die. I just wanted it to be over. That's what I was thinking about.
How did you escape?
One of their wives came home and seen me, and she starts flipping out, and she tells me, get the fuck out of my house. And so I got out and I ran, just kept running. And I ended up meeting one of my homies from the hood now, and he took me in under him.
Okay. Where did your mother think you were?
She thought I was at a friend's house. Because at this time, she found out, I'm running the streets and stuff. So she's like, she's probably just at a friend's house. Yeah.
When this guy, you're running down the block, a random guy stops you. What does he say? What happens next?
He's like, you good? And I'm hesitant. I'm really scared. I don't know who knows who. And he eventually is like, let me help you. And for whatever reason, I felt comfort. So I got in the car with him and he took me back to our hood and they gave me food. They let me shower, gave me new clothes and everything. And at that point, I just wanted to stay there. That's where I felt the most safe at.
You quickly realize that it wasn't just a protection situation, that there was more to it.
Yes. I feel like prostitution was going to get involved. But the person that took me in seen more for me and changed his mind.
Why did you think that prostitution would get involved?
There was a lot of pimping where I'm from. Everybody's getting pimped. And it didn't matter how old you were. You was going to get pimped. So and that's just from what I seen. So that's why I thought that.
Even he saw more for you.
Yes. Even to this day, he talks about it.
Do you see more for yourself?
Sometimes, yes. And a lot of times, I don't. I feel like none of this matters. I feel like I still am dealing with something or I'm missing something that I still don't know what it is.
What did the gang provide for you? What did it do for you?
It got me like all the new designer. It got me knowledge in the streets, how to pimp, you feel me, how to sell drugs, how to do all of that. Like it really showed me like what people was trying to do to me, how to do it to somebody else. It really gave me power. And that's what matters to me now.
It's probably the only time you've probably lit up during this interview.
Yeah.
Just to like talk about the gang.
Yeah. Because makes me feel like a queen.
You also mentioned to me you've witnessed murder, rape, pedophilia, all inside the gang.
Yeah. I was even involved with it.
Talk to me about a time.
I was involved in a lot of rape, underage and of age.
When you say rape, what was going on? What did you witness?
We would invite people to parties, and we would just get them drunk, take advantage. But it was fun. Like, I'm a kid, I'm thinking this is normal. But now that I'm grown, I'm like, damn, it's really up, you know? But
What was sort of the worst thing you've seen in that environment?
a 13-year-old getting pimped and somebody having a seizure and dying.
A 13-year-old getting pimped.
Yes.
How old were you?
I was only like 14, 15.
Did you interact with her as well?
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm the first person she was introduced to because I was closer in age. And I want to say became friends, but we became friends fast. And then, we ended up having sex. And that's when I realized how deep this really gets once they all got involved. Shit's on camera and all that.
They're recording you have sex with a 13-year-old?
Yes. Yep.
Are they having sex with her too?
Yes.
13 years old?
Yes.
How old are they?
20, 30, 50.
You said women would come to these parties and scream for your help.
Yes. And I would sit there and I'll just watch. I didn't give a f. It had nothing to do with me.
What's good? My name is Chris Dowd. This is Trappin Anonymous, and I'm here to talk to you about the #1 credit building app, and that is Kickoff. GETKIKOFF.com/Trappin. For that first month, you can spend $1. That's 80% off of our original price. $1, and you can start your credit building journey today. Kickoff is the only way to go. I know you want that house. I know you want that car. I know you want to get into that new whatever it is. Maybe it's clothes. Maybe you want to invest in something. You got to build that credit. We even got a rent reporting system. Imagine your credit building because you're paying your rent. This is things that you're going to pay anyway. You have to pay anyway. Why are you not receiving credit for that? GetKickoff.com/Trappin. I'm telling you, build that credit score for things that you pay for anyway. The best part about it, you can sign up and you can cancel at any time. You don't have to be chained up or hell bent or hell bound to this. No. And if you don't like it, guess what? You can cancel it. Like I said, with over 1 million people using this app right now, the #1 credit building app in your app store right now, smartphone, log in, tap in, build that credit. I got faith in y'all. This is Trappin Anonymous. My name is Chris Dowd. Let's get it. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary.
There was a female. She got invited to one of our parties. And I just remember that one minute she's, having fun. The next, they're like really beating her to up. And she's looking at me, screaming for me for help. And there's nothing I can do. I'm sitting there watching. And I'm waiting for my turn. I'm about to fight. I'm horny at this time.
You have sex with her too,
Yes.
and she's screaming for help.
Yes. And then she got knocked out.
Tell me about the murder.
Which one?
Which one?
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, Mom, don't right now.
Yeah.
It's a valid question.
Yeah. I want to know which one. Because You know, like it really got hectic out there, so.
With the snitch.
So the girl ended up snitching, the one that was at the party. She ended up snitching and we ended up catching her. My homie's like, there goes that right there. Pulled up on her. She's like begging, stop, like she don't want
Where did
no
y'all find
problems.
her?
She was walking down the blade.
She's a prostitute.
Yeah. They all of us, even the 13, all prostitutes. And caught her walking. She ends up hopping in. We take her somewhere, and when my homies pull up, start beating her ass. Then she starts having a seizure, and I'm watching all that happen, and then eventually she just stopped moving, stopped shaking, stopped everything.
You ashed your blunt out on her.
Yes. I ashed it on her. All that. I didn't give a f. She almost put me in jail.
What'd you say to her?
I'm gonna see you in hell.
How do y'all get caught?
How did what? They get caught? One of my homies got caught first. Somebody has snitched or not snitched. They posted a video of her having a seizure, and they ended up posting it, and the police got involved, seen it, took him to jail. After that, everybody started going down left and right.
They tell you to get out of there.
They're like, yeah, get the f out.
How old were you at this time?
I'm 14, 15. And they telling me go. It's time to go.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
22.
Yes.
I guess this gangbanging life. I mean, I'm in New York City. There's gangs.
Right.
But when they talk about gang, like, talk to me about these tattoos that you.
I got a GD star on my eye because I'm from folks, but I also got Hoover tattooed on me as well. For my stepfather, he was from Hoover.
At some point, you just had to know, like, some of this is wrong.
Yeah, there was a part of me that was like it was wrong, but a big part of it was this is what comes with the game.
I saw these huge cuts on your arm.
Yes.
It almost looks self-inflicted. Like,
Yeah.
what was those?
For rituals, you give blood and you basically get respected more from it.
What's that? Talk to me about giving blood. What does that mean?
They cut your arm and they pour it in a cup. Everyone takes a sip. The Caribbean thing, I guess.
Have you drank people's blood before?
I have.
What if they have like a disease or something?
I thought about that. Yeah. And it's crazy. Just like how you're thinking it's crazy. It was crazy to me as well. But
And
I
you're
just
drinking
did.
somebody's blood. Why?
At first, it was just for the ritual, and then eventually I started to like it.
Like the taste of it?
Yeah.
Forgive me, this is unheard
No,
of to
you're
me.
good.
Right now, you like the taste of blood.
Yeah. Like I'm not about to go out and just start drinking blood, but for sure. Like the rituals, yes.
And what does it do to you? Does it give you a high almost?
Yeah. It makes me feel like I have more strength. You know, I start thinking more, understanding stuff more. Yeah.
Do you are you drinking the blood of people that are alive or like dead?
Alive.
Okay. Not that it makes it any better. I'm just. Oh man. Do you live with any regrets?
Just my stepfather. Anything else, no.
In the back, a young girl calls your phone and you get into pimping yourself.
Yes.
How many women are in your stable?
Right now, only one.
How old is she?
She's 19.
And why does she listen to you?
She loves me.
Do you love her?
I don't. I don't love none of those. It's a mind game.
And she gives you all of her money.
Just for conversation, just for my presence.
Her story must be,
Just as crazy. But that ain't got nothing to do with me.
do you see a way out of this?
Somewhat. Hopefully from this music.
Do you believe in God?
I believe there is a God, but I'm not really religious.
I spoke to your mom. She seems to care about you a lot,
Yeah.
despite of everything you guys have been through.
Yep.
She had you at 22,
Yep.
the age you are now. You're not interested in any kids.
No.
How does this end for you?
Not sure.
You ever think about that?
No. I mean, sometimes. And when I do think about it, I'm thinking death is the only way out.
Well, that's for all of us, but how? How do you die?
Somebody killing me. And it's probably gonna be from some gang shit. Jealousy, envy.
If you could go back in time and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
To don't go outside. Stay inside. It's where it's safe.
God is real.
Yeah.
He's real. Jesus is real. He lived. He died for us. I believe that. I don't know to the extent of what you believe, but this don't have to be your life.
Right.
It don't have to be your life. It's a choice. If you could give some advice to anyone that maybe wants to live the life you're living, they glorify it, they love it.
Yeah.
What's some advice you would give them?
Respect the game. And if you're gonna get in it, don't leave. Don't even think about it. It's gonna end badly. Every time.
This is Trappin Anonymous. My name is Chris Styles. Let's get it. Let's hear you. You got a lovely voice. Let's hear something. Let's hear you sing something before you get out of here.
Sing?
Yeah, sing right now.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, she wanna slide with a nigga like me. In the hood where I be. Speak on my brother, I can take that lightly. This gun is 5'3". Yep, that's all I got.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Henny Z in the building. All right, that's it, right?